welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little different to the videos that I normally upload. I'm actually going to be reviewing and telling you all about my experience with the Kylie Cosmetics Royal Peach palette. So I actually filmed this last night, which was Monday, and then I went to edit it and the footage was all grainy. I don't know what had happened, but it was shit really, so I thought that I was going to refilm it today using natural daylight because I don't really know what was going on with my camera last night. So before we get into the actual video, I just want to state that this is not a video to bash Kylie as a person or her brand or anything like that. I'm not here to like bash it and say horrible things about it because I've actually got a few of the other products that I really like. So yeah, I don't want this to come across that like I'm trying to bash her and then I'm trying to like say horrible things about her or the company or anything like that, because this is not my intention. I just wanted to do this video to give my honest view and opinion on this product itself and what I think about it. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. So today is Tuesday and I received my palette on Saturday morning. I had a little thing through the door to say that I had to pay customs, so I had to go and collect it. So I went and done that, got my palette home, took it out the box and everything. Was so excited to start like using it and to have a look at it and swatch it and play with it. And then I opened the lid of the palette and this horrendous smell hit me in the face like a ton of bricks. I kid you not guys, it smells like spray paint. It smells that strong that I couldn't even bear to keep the palette open for that long because it actually stunk. So I was really kind of pissed off about this. I was a bit worried. I was literally like, what the hell is that smell? Like, I've never smelled nothing like it in a makeup product before. None of my other palettes or anything smells like it. So I was quite concerned. So I actually took the peach palette and my holiday edition palette that I have from Kylie. I took it downstairs and I gave it to my brother and I said, smell both of these and tell me if you think, you know, one smells funny, because I generally thought I was like going crazy. I'd never smelled it before. And again, he said that the peach palette smelled like paint thinner. That's the only way that he could like describe it. To me, it smells like spray paint, like somebody's been like spray painting this entire palette for some unknown reason. But I'm going to show you the palette and I'm going to show you the packaging and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into it. So the packaging looks like this. This is the outside of the box. So it has her eyes and a really pretty eye look. And then it says the Royal Peach palette, there. And then on the back you have the Kylie pressed powder eyeshadow. You have the names of the shadows and then you also have like a little sticky label then with like the ingredients and stuff like that on. So I'm going to take it out of the box for you now and show you what the actual palette looks like. So this is what the palette looks like itself. It has Kylie written in rose gold writing, and then on the back again it has a sticker that says Kylie XOXO, like a little signature sign, and then again the names of the shadows and the ingredients. So first off, I just want to talk about the packaging. The packaging is shit. If I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, it's shit. All of this rose gold got like dents in it. There's dents in the white. And I mean, I haven't even used this. I got it Saturday. I didn't swatch it until last night when I filmed the video. And I hadn't swatched it at all since then. So I mean, I hadn't even touched this palette for it to be dented. I haven't dented it with my nails or nothing like that because I haven't been picking it up. And I've got like dents by here, scratches on the box by here, a big dent by there. A dent there, scratches everywhere, and also as well, can you hear this? That is where part of the packaging ain't even stuck down together properly. It has a massive like air bubble, like an air bubble dent that hasn't even been stuck down securely. Also, my sticker on the back is very lopsided. It goes up in a slant, which indicates to me that it was put on in a sloppy fashion, if I'm perfectly honest. But from the outside, the packaging smells fine. There's no scent to the outside of the packaging. A lot of people that I've seen on some videos were saying that it was the Kylie writing, the rose gold foil that was smelling, but is not. Like, that is not the scent. That is not where the scent is coming from. So before I dive into the palette and show you the swatches and tell you about the scent and stuff like that, I just want to state that I purchased mine when it was released on the 12th of January. I was there on the website, I put it in my basket, I was in the holding area, and then luckily enough I got to check out and I bought that. Prior to purchasing this palette, I think I'd only watched Jeffree Star's tutorial using it, but I'd also seen Kylie's swatches and stuff like that on her Snapchat. So I got a pretty good idea of like the looks and the pigmentation of the shadows, which is why I bought it, because that is what I wanted it for. I wanted to create some lovely peachy looks. The colours looked amazing when I seen them swatched, but yeah, that is why I bought it. That is the only review that I'd actually watched on YouTube, was the Jeffree Star one, and I just seen Kylie's like snaps on his Snapchat, and then I went to purchase it. So guys, when I open up this palette, it looks like that, and the smell, like, I'm not even kidding you, it smells like paint thinner. It smells like paint, like spray paint. It is horrendous. It smells so chemically, and it got like a dangerous smell. Like, I'm scared to be inhaling this. And in fact, last night when I was filming this, because when I went to edit it, I had something like 35 minutes worth of footage, where obviously this palette had been open, closed, and it was down my throat. Like, I had to like down a pint of water just to kind of clear my throat. And also when I got into bed then, about 25 minutes after I was editing on the computer, so about 25 minutes after I'd finished filming all together, I had a massive headache and I had to go to bed. So I don't know if it was coincidence, I don't know if I just randomly had a headache just to have a headache, but it all just seems a bit coincidental when I was around a palette, opening and closing it, the smells that strong of chemicals, to just randomly have a headache, and also my throat feeling like it was like dry and croaky. I've been around spray paint before. I've spray painted a lot of things for like DIYs, and it was like that type of feeling where it's getting into your throat from the fumes. But I just think it was too much of a coincidence to just randomly have a massive headache and a sore throat after being around a palette that smells like spray paint for too long. So this palette retails for $45, and then I paid $14.95 shipping. When that came to the UK then, I also had to pay customs. I had paid £15.28. So altogether this palette cost me £63, more or less, give or take. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's unusable. Like, there is no way am I putting these eyeshadows on my eyes. A lot of people are saying that it is the packaging itself and not the eyeshadows, but it is definitely the eyeshadows, because I took one out of the pan last night, which I will show you again today. Let me just get my tool. The reason that it is so easy to get these pans out is because these are magnetic, so there is no glue holding down the pan to the palette. It's not the brush. I've taken the brush out. It's not the brush that smells, but it is definitely the eyeshadows. So I'm just going to take one out. So I've just taken the eyeshadow out of the palette. Oh my god, the stench that comes from these shadows are revolting. Like, I'm not even lying. This palette is just such a letdown. I'm so disappointed in the smell. For me, mainly it is the smell. I'm not so much bothered about the pigmentation. I swatched them yesterday for the first time on camera, which I will do again in a minute, and I was a little underwhelmed. It's nothing that I think is amazing. I don't think it's the worst palette, but I don't think it is worth $45, if I'm perfectly honest. I've got Morphe palettes in my drawer that I paid £18 for, that are amazing and highly pigmented, a lot more pigmented than these. So I mean, I don't think it's worth the money, especially the scent. The scent is such an off-putting thing for me to use this, because the scent comes from the eyeshadows. I just think, how is that safe to put on your eyes? Let alone how is that safe to put on your skin, let alone put it on your eyes? I mean, I've got a nice collection of palettes in my drawer, and none of them have this chemical scent to the eyeshadows, so I don't understand why this has a chemical scent to the eyeshadows. It just makes absolutely no sense to me. I mean, I've had some palettes, especially like cheaper ones, that perhaps have a tiny bit of scent, but nothing to the point where it's making me feel like I have a sore throat or it's making a headache come on. I've never ever had any type of makeup product make me feel the way this made me feel last night when I was filming with it. So for me, unfortunately, this is a huge fail, and it is something that I will not be using because I'm so utterly disappointed in it. A palette should come with top quality. I mean, with any Kylie Cosmetics product, there's always a bunch of hype that is built up around this product, and rightly so. Here, the products that I've got are amazing. I've got her lip kit, and I've also got her holiday edition palette, and yeah, they are amazing. I will hold my hands up, and I love the product itself. Now, I also like Kylie Jenner as well. I like watching her snaps. I like stalking her on Instagram. Like, she is beautiful, she is bomb, she is goals. This has nothing to do with my like thing towards her or anything like that. This is purely just based on this palette alone by her customer service. I sent them an email basically saying that it was unusable, that it was a faulty product, it had this stench to it. I didn't feel safe using it around my eye area, and I would appreciate if I could have a refund for the money that I spent on this palette. And again, I did get a reply actually last night from the customer service, and it seemed to be a generic reply that they were sending out to all of their customers that were complaining about this palette, stating that it is safe to use around the eyes, stuff like that. Didn't say nothing to me regarding a refund or anything like that. So after I had the reply, I replied back basically saying that their reply wasn't good enough. I will insert the emails in the video, I think, so you can pause the video and read through them if you want to. But I basically replied saying that that reply was not good enough, that if they're indicating to me that the eyeshadows with a chemical scent are safe to use, then that shows me that they knew they were sending out palettes that had this scent. Therefore, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's fair. After their last reply, this was what I sent back to them. As you can tell from the email itself, I'm kind of getting pissed off here, and I want to know more answers and not just be given excuses. I am saying in this email that I am going to be taking it higher. I'm going to be filing a complaint against them. Something to do with a bureau or something in Los Angeles that I read on her post on Instagram. People were commenting saying you can file a report against them, so hopefully they can help you out, which is what I will be doing, because emailing them seems to be getting me nowhere, and I'm just not happy with the customer service responses. You know, I mean, the reviews all over the internet at the minute is that some people are having palettes that are amazing, that has no scent to them, and that the pigmentation of the shadows are like amazing and spot on. Then you've got the other end of the spectrum that are having palettes that smells like chemicals. The pigmentation is very like 50-50. Some are patchy, some shimmers and are pigmented, the mattes just blend away. So I mean, there's something going wrong here. I mean, we all paid the same, therefore we should all have the same quality palette. So by hearing that some people are having bad batches, then personally, as a huge brand and, you know, a constant like figure that's in the spotlight and always promoting her products, hyping her products up, then as a brand, I think that it would only be fair to either refund or send out replacement palettes to those people that had perhaps a bad batch. I mean, I don't know what went wrong in processing it or packaging it or making the actual shadows itself for it to smell that bad. I don't make makeup, so I mean, I don't know which part of the whole process it must have gone wrong in. But to me, if I was a brand that had a huge amount of following, I would hate the thought of some of my customers being upset or worried about using my products. Therefore, I would issue either refunds, or I would make sure that I send them out replacement products that are only the best quality and the same quality that the other customers were receiving that didn't have the scent to the palette. The whole all sales are final, no refunds, no replacements kind of customer service, I think is appalling. Because I think when people who work hard for a living, I work hard for my money, I own my own business, but I work my ass off to get my pay, you know, and I have bills to pay just like everybody else. But to spend just £63 on a palette that I can't use, and to basically turn around and told then that all sales are final, you're not having a refund really, or we're not sending a replacement, I don't think that's good enough. You've had my money, I want a decent product. And this is not a decent product. It smells horrendous and I'm scared to use it on my eyes. What if I have a reaction? What if my eyes flare up? What if I have a rash? What is the company gonna do then? Are they gonna compensate me? Or are they gonna give me credit? Or are they gonna give me my money back or give me free products? I mean, what would they do if I had a severe reaction by using these shadows with this chemical scent? If they can't even give me a refund, they're not hardly gonna give me anything else, are they? It's just not good enough. It is not good enough as a huge brand to basically turn around to your customers who've had faulty products or a bad batch of your product that you've been hyping and promoting all over social media and people have been really excited about getting, to just turn around and say, well, basically, unlucky, you know, your palette got a scent, but you can still use it, it's still safe. But then why send it out in the first place if you knew it had a chemical scent? Because you can't tell me that it's safe, that these shadows are safe with this scent, if you didn't know that these palettes had a scent already. I don't know, it kind of just makes me think twice on things that I've seen about this palette, and I'm kind of pissed off, if I'm honest, I'm not gonna lie, that they're not doing anything about it. I think that is wrong. I think that is horrendous customer service, and I think it kind of makes me think twice about who they are as a brand and what they represent. Do they care about their customers? Are they interested in giving their customers the best quality products for an affordable price? Are they continually thriving to make products that are of a top quality? I mean, if they won't even refund me for a $60, well, a £63 palette that I paid, because there's a horrendous smell, then do you not really care about what happens, if anything happens to my eyes when I put their eyeshadows on my eyes? I honestly don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it sounds like I'm coming on here and I'm like bashing Kylie and bashing her brand, and I don't mean for it to come across like that, but when I pay for something of that value and of that much hype, then I expect it to be as good as what I've seen, and I expect it to smell normal. I don't know, I'm very disappointed. This product has really underwhelmed me. I mean, I swatched them last night. I don't think it's nothing too amazing. I don't think you need to write all about them, but I mean, what can I do? And you know, it's not so much just about the palette itself. I'm more annoyed at customer service as well, because I mean, I didn't even know about their return policy, that you can't return anything, until after I purchased it, and I didn't even realise until I smelt the palette, because I went on their website to try and find the refund policy, and then it was literally like one sentence saying no refunds, all sales are final. So if that's the case, then what if somebody received their palette and perhaps the eyeshadows are smashed? Would they not be able to get a replacement or a refund? How would they use that then? I mean, that's not good. So it's the same kind of thing. I've got a palette that smells horrendous that I don't want to use on my eyes because I'm worried that I will have a reaction, and they still won't do nothing about it. I'm sorry, but I don't agree with it, and I think it is appalling. So I don't know, guys, I'm just going to swatch these quickly for you on my arm, because like I said, I'm not putting them on my eyes. I refuse to put them on my eyes, but I'm just going to swatch them quickly just to show you the pigmentation. Oh my god, it absolutely stinks. Like, I can't even explain to you how bad this smells. So this one is Sorbet. This one is Seashell. This one is Peachy. This one is Royal. Patchy as hell. This one is Queen Bee. This one is Duke. So that is the first row of colours. So this one is Duchess. This one is Sandy. This one is Mojito. This one is North Star. This one is Crush. And this one is Cinnamon. And that is the bottom row. Like, where is the pigmentation? So yeah, guys, that was the swatches for you. That is the first row there, and that is the second row there. I'm not impressed, if I'm honest. I've got a lot of cheap palettes in there in my collection that, I mean, this blue is patchy as hell. You know, this green is like non-existent, and this purple isn't very pigmented either. So I mean, I don't know, I'm just very disappointed in this product as a whole. I'm very disappointed in Kylie Cosmetics customer service, and yeah, I think it's appalling, and I think it is only fair that people with a bad batch should be refunded or sent out replacements. I think that is only fair. We all paid the same amount of money, so why should the ones who had good palettes get to use theirs, and the ones who had bad palettes can't even use theirs properly or even be given a refund or offered a replacement? So I don't know, something that I think we need to sort out, if I'm perfectly honest. I think that I'm very disappointed, you know, and I didn't want to just be like, oh, you know, this is shit, but it is shit. It is a shit palette. For all the hype and all the money, it's just not worth it. It is just not worth it. I can get a Morphe £35 palette for £18 that kicks this pigmentation's ass and scent. You've got to put it into perspective sometimes, you know. It kind of makes me doubt whether I would even buy another Kylie Cosmetics eyeshadow palette now. I mean, I paid nearly £63 for that and I can't use it. So I don't know whether I would buy another one now, purely out of my experience with this one and my experience with customer service as well. So I mean, I didn't want to come on here and just be this person who used it and bigged it right up and told you it was amazing and it was worth the money, when in all honesty it's not, in my opinion. I mean, it is up to you if you want to purchase it, if they restock it. It is completely everybody's, you know, own opinions, each to their own. If some people have it and they love it, then good. I'm so glad for you. I'm so glad that you have a good palette and that it works for you. That is amazing. And if you have the palette and you have the same experience as me, then let me know in the comments below, and I feel for you. Trust me, I feel for you. But let me know in the comments below if you've had a good palette or a bad palette. So I know that a lot of people are gonna kind of disagree with me, and perhaps it might cause a bit of controversy in the comments, but I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just trying to give you my honest opinions. I'm not trying to cause arguments or hate, or I don't want, you know, people perhaps arguing in the comments if anybody starts commenting. So just keep it all like civil, you know. I'm not saying it to be a bitch, and I'm not saying it just to be horrible. I'm saying it because it is my honest opinion, and I don't want my subscribers or my viewers to think that this is all, you know, rainbows and smiles and it smells like ice cream and the pigmentation is like a dream, when in all honesty my experience is that it's not. So I wanted to share my experience and share my honest opinion and review and thoughts on this with you guys. So I just hope you appreciate it in that aspect, rather than just, I hope people don't think of it that I'm just bashing Kylie and I'm doing it, you know, just to be horrible, because I'm not. Like, this is just my honest opinion and my honest review. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know in the comments below what experiences you've had with this palette, if you've got it or if you're waiting on it. If you did you have a good batch, did you have a bad batch, does yours smell? You know, let me know in the comments below, but just keep it all civil. You know, there's no need to have like hate and stuff like that because I've, you know, said a bad thing about Kylie Cosmetics. I mean, it happens. Some people mess up products, and you know, some companies send out bad batches. I mean, it happens. What are we gonna do? So if you aren't already, don't forget to go without clicking that subscribe button. I upload videos every Wednesday and every Sunday. But yeah, that is all I wanted to say, guys. So I hope you're having a fantastic week wherever you are, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.